Pappy Hour, let's talk it out, talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy Hour, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee. Pull up a chair, it's time for
Pappy Hour from Odd 13, Lafayette, Colorado. Your hosts, Lucas Buddy and Eric Thompson.
You ready for that riff?
Hey everyone, we're improving the studio, the video, the audio so we can keep showing up to give you a great show every week. Thank you so much for your support. The GoFundMe link is live in the show notes. And guess what? Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, wow. Can you believe we just made it through 2025 and it is now officially 2026?
Welcome to 2026. Pappy Hour is ready to take over the
We're
airwaves,
hot
man.
and ready, Eric.
Hot,
We're
for
ready
sure.
to go.
This is good.
And this month we have a very special thing going on. We have 4 tight bros from the South. Tight bros, is that the way to say it?
You know what I say?
Yeah.
Great old boys.
Good
if
old
everybody's
boys.
cool with that.
Yeah,
Great old boys.
Great
You guys
old,
are great.
They are great.
This
Absolutely.
was awesome.
Yeah, we sat down at Odd 13 Brewing. If you guys are in Lafayette, Colorado, and you want to swing by and grab a great beer, I highly recommend the Hop Hackin' Henry. And
I'm going with the code name Superfan.
Man.
They loved us, and we loved them. So we're giving a shout out to Odd 13. And hey, you know what? This month we are dedicating our episodes to these great old boys from Georgia, and they're playing for something.
They're playing for the Pappy Cup.
The Pappy Cup, and this is listener driven. So each week, these Pappies are going to be sharing their story, and you're going to love these stories.
That's right.
And whoever garners the most listens wins the first ever created Pappy Cup.
Now, I know some of you might out there be thinking, okay, well, what happens? The guy who goes first, he's just got more time. He's going to get all these.
Not quite.
That's not how it works.
No.
There's a 30-day window. So from the time this Pappy's episode drops, there's 30 days. We're going to count not only listens, but comments too. So you bring in some comments, they're going to get some extra points. So the one with the most points at the end of their 30-day window wins the Pappy Cup, which is an engraved pint glass. They also get a case of their choice and the bragging rights of being the most popular Pappy for that month.
Oh, you got it. You got it. All right, guys, we are in for a treat. You're in for a bigger treat. It's Pappy Hour.
It's Pappy
Let's
Hour,
do
baby.
this.
All right, everybody, let's get ready to drop the bass.
It's Jeremy Crane's turn. Enjoy, everybody.
Cheers.
It's been going.
We have here, so again, this is, if you are tuning in right now, this is the month of January. And we
Odd
have
13.
I mean, we have some really special guests here. We have some great dads. Listen, you're all special guests. Every dad that comes on here, I don't want to say that you're not special, but these guys I happen to know a little bit. And this guy right here, when I was a youth, was my youth pastor. Fantastic human being.
Incarcerated youth?
What do you mean?
Incarcerated youth?
In the prison system?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
No,
I mean,
it was not that.
It's more like a halfway.
Yeah, I was
halfway
going to
house,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, I knew there was a truth that Lucas wasn't sharing. But
Thank you for
anyways.
keeping me honest,
Yeah.
Eric. I appreciate that. No, this is Jeremy Crane. Jeremy, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate you so much. So take us back to a long time ago, before you were a dad, when you were, you don't have to go all the way back to being a bass player in a really cool band.
It sounds like the rrhythm section was outstanding.
It was a tight
Ascension?
rhythm section.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a name, gentlemen. I mean, gosh.
I can't wait to get Joel on here. He's got kids, right? Yeah. Anyway.
All right,
so
Ascension,
take us back to
bass
before
player.
You were a dad. Who were you? What was your drive? What was life like?
So life was left high school, graduated high school, and started a job with a phone company as a lineman, climbing telephone poles, and met my wife. We got married, and we were, I guess, a couple of years into marriage when we found out we were pregnant. She was. I don't know if you'll cut this later or not, but she was diagnosed pretty early on in our marriage with a severe case of endometriosis.
Yeah.
So children were something that was very important to us that we were looking forward to being able to do one day, but we weren't in any hurry. You know, we were young kids, just young, stupid, and in love, and got married.
And then in a hurry, it happened.
Well, yeah, within a couple of years, we were going to wait. So she was actually on birth control with endometriosis. So we didn't have a choice. It was just,
Can you share a little bit about
that pregnancy
against you? As far as like the endometriosis, and you can, and
if you can expand, can you expand on endometriosis?
Yeah, because there's probably some guys that are going out there that maybe their wives or their partners are dealing with that. So what does that entail?
So to the best of my knowledge, as a gynecologist in a former life, what I would say is I think endometriosis is a growth on the ovaries, as far as I can recall. So it makes for very painful menstrual cycles for the woman. And they eventually recommend just taking them completely out. Once it advances enough.
So you guys had a lot of stuff going against you, and you still got pregnant with your first
and
kid.
you're looking to get pregnant quickly to possibly have them removed maybe in the future. Is that one of the decision thinkings that you had?
Well, no, we were thinking that even though they were telling us that we might have trouble having children, we were still going to wait before we started trying. So hence she was on the pill, and then the curve out of left field was the telephone call. Just went to the doctor.
Wow.
You're not going to believe this.
Yeah. Now, did you get this phone call on the line?
I was at work, but I was not currently hanging off of the pole.
If you could just plug in and go, how'd you find me?
So what was the feeling like when you heard that news?
Yeah.
Like what went through your head there?
I was absolutely terrified.
Okay, yeah.
Because we were trying to wait. It came out of so left field, even though we knew that's something we wanted in the future.
Right.
It came so out of left field. I was terrified.
Oh, man.
I mean, full of self-doubt, full of just, this is not good.
Can you place the self-doubt aspect because it was just youth or, gosh.
I think youth, and I think just that thought of being responsible for another human being is something that you think that, well, that's going to happen when I feel grown up.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, you never grow up, right? Yeah. I'm supposed to be an adult, and I'm looking around at other 48-year-olds, and I'm thinking, he's got his stuff together,
Here's the secret: he doesn't.
He doesn't.
No.
Nobody does.
Listen,
we're all trying once we find out that our wife is pregnant. Okay, we want this, and I'm also freaking out.
We all got here naked and confused. That's how we got here.
So you find out that you guys are going to have a kid. What was that journey, that 9 months until your son gets here?
And did it change? Did your feeling change of lessening the self-doubt?
Did you stay scared? Or did it?
No, I think within a couple of weeks we had reconciled and thought, you know what, we'll get this. We both have great parents. We have a great support system around us. We have great friends.
Great parents.
We had a lot of friends that were all pregnant around the same time. Okay. All of our kids were going to be the same age, and so that made it. You just had a great built-in support system around you.
Community to look forward to.
Right. Sure. So that helped a lot.
Okay.
I think the self-doubt thing is something that all men are going to cycle through several times, even as adult men with adult kids, But the fear subsided, and it was I guess replaced with more of a resolve. Yeah. But you can't really resolve it because you don't know what's coming.
No,
you're kind of like you're kind of faking it till you make it, kind of thing. So she's 7 months pregnant. You're like, I'm going to be a dad. You're being all cool about it, but inside you're like, what is going on?
Were you talking to your own dad at the time? Like, did you get any sage wisdom from him?
So we talked, but he's more of a product of his generation, which is a man of very few words.
Yeah.
So I think most of the wisdom that he had to give, he had instilled in me. He felt like along the way. If you got questions, call me. But
even at age 7, at age 7, I gave you this bit then, and you should remember that, right?
I think a lot of his sage wisdom was wrapped up in statements like, Now you're going to see why I told you the things I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? You're going to be me one day. Yeah.
And more importantly, you cause pain, and now you get to experience.
That's exactly right.
Or just whatever. But it's just like, this is what I went through
Yeah,
with you.
it was a variation of John Wayne in some way, you know.
Jeez, it's so lovely.
Sounds like your dad and my dad were not very dissimilar.
You know, I think they're products of their generation.
Yeah,
Again, I
100%.
think they're just a product of where they were, and they did the best that they could at the time. The same way we're doing the best that we can in the time that we're given.
And living the role that was expected of them at that time.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, my parents and her parents were there for us continuously through the whole process. You know, with the endometriosis, there was also obviously the fear of miscarriages.
Yeah.
So you know, you had that kind of in the back of your mind the whole time. Like, is this all this build up for a letdown?
And what an amazing thing too to be that young and thinking that, because I remember my youth, it was pretty much indestructible, right? I mean, nothing can really go wrong. I mean, if we're getting pregnant, this is, we're good to go. We can't stop. So just having that, it sounds like you guys did get through that. How did you guys talk about that? What was it that was there a faith aspect in there, or was there solely just like, well, guess what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna get through. And no matter what.
For sure, there's a faith aspect that played an important part and still plays an important part in both of our lives individually, but also as a couple together. You know, we believe in a certain mindset that you know things are going to happen in this life that you have absolutely no control over. But
Fantastic,
we believe we have a promise that nothing will be put on you that you can't bear. Doesn't mean it's not going to be hard to bear.
Right.
You know, so I think in the back of your mind you have that going on, like whatever it is, we'll take it as it comes. But the conversations that we had were more joyous. You know, this happened for a reason. It happened. You know, this is happening. You know, whether we want it, whether we felt like we were ready or not, it's here. And every doctor's report was free and clear.
Positive.
You know, and so there wasn't any trepidation there. You know, thankfully there was no fear. All the tests are coming back like they need to, and
That's incredible.
Oh my gosh. So okay. So you're going through this. You've gone through the trepidation. The trepidation is lessening, and here's the day.
Oh my gosh.
How was the trip to the hospital?
Yeah.
Wow. So the trip to the hospital was multiple trips to the hospital.
So you went.
That's my experience.
You went a little early, and they sent you back home.
We had actually been to the hospital. I think maybe for your dad. I can't remember that time frame, but we were over there for some reason, and you were there. And we left, and she felt like she was getting. She's like, something feeling a little off. I think we should go.
Yeah.
So we left. I guess maybe. I think we left. I guess Kennesaw. You know, I think we left there and went over to Carrollton. And they said, you're getting pretty close, but, come back and see us in a little while,
You'll know when to see us.
Yeah, you'll know when to see us.
It's like, really? Will I?
So we went home, and that, it's 11, 12 o'clock at night, and that waiting game began of, I ran her a bath, you get in and just try to get comfortable, and, I'll try to sleep just so that I'll be ready to drive, And I had the route planned. I mean, I had I had a song already picked out. This is going to be this is like
for the delivery.
I think just that. No, I just had that one song to drive to the just
Born
to drive
be wild,
just
man.
the one time, to listen to that song and drive fast. I have no idea. You know why? Because I
never got to play it.
Because I never got to play it because she woke me up and she's bleeding all over the place. Sorry, sunshine.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a beautiful moment.
Guys, listen, if you're listening, it can happen.
Yeah.
It is natural. It's fine.
Yeah, if you're a dad to be,
just get used to it. Shit and blood, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it does happen.
Yeah, she was in definitely in labor at that point. And so we drove to the hospital in her Honda Accord with her sitting in the front seat.
Now,
with her.
Okay, was she driving?
No.
In her car. She's driving.
Yeah. I'm trying to listen to this song. Right.
And I've got a beer in my hand. Damn it!
Skipping.
God, do you have a cleaner in here?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, the poor girl,
Thank you
she
for your
was
humor.
in the Honda Accord, knees on the front seat, facing backwards,
yeah.
just in misery. And there's a man, there's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
There are so many times during fatherhood that you're going to feel helpless. Just like strap in, get used to it, do the best you can.
Well, and try and offer really positive words. Better than I'm trying to listen to this song, which we know was a joke. But
so you're heading. You get to the hospital. They get her inside. And how does that all go?
Dilation completely stops.
no way.
And we are there for, I can't remember, but I think it's over a 24-hour labor. It's a long.
Yeah.
Some of that was the drive back home, back and forth, so I don't remember the exact. It was a long delivery.
So did she come in and did they epidural right away and then did it slow down or stop?
I can't remember. I can't remember if they did the epidural. I remember she was originally going to do natural childbirth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was before the fad that it is now.
Yeah,
this was, this was way back in 2001.
This is when before natural childbirth is cool.
Yeah. 2001, people weren't having babies in their living room. They still went to a hospital like a normal American.
At high school.
Yes.
Right. So
I was in my 30s. That's great. No, you're not quite. Not quite.
That's fine.
Yes,
That's
I was.
Fine. Yeah,
Shit.
sure. So she does it. So she was one to do natural.
Yeah, I wanted to go natural, and eventually she was like, somebody has to stop this. This is. But I think that I can't remember if that had something to do with the slowing down of the dilation or not. Right. But it was a long delivery.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thankfully, all went very well from
cool.
that point forward.
That's great. Now, did you catch him and cut the cord, or how did all that go?
No,
you don't get to catch.
Yeah,
I mean, some guys do.
Do they?
I mean, I've heard people say that.
Maybe in a bathtub.
Really?
I don't know.
Lauren was a C-section, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
But,
I'm a huge germaphobe, so I was in there and I was very wanting to participate, but let's wipe that thing off before you hand it. You know what I mean? Like let's.
That's gross.
You know what? And that's fair, and they usually do. It's better that they don't just pull it out and just go here. It's like, hey, what am I doing with this?
Yeah.
But so.
So what was the feeling like when you held your son for the first time?
And your son's name, please remind me.
Isaac. Isaac is my firstborn. Yeah.
Isaac's in your arms.
Yeah, Isaac is in my arms, and I thought for the first time I understood what it would feel like to storm villages.
Yeah.
I would burn the planet to the ground for this child if that's what it takes. Nothing will stand in the way of protection and Overwatch.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what that would feel like until you feel it and you understand it.
You do. In that moment, it is just the most powerful thing you can ever experience.
Yeah.
So then they give you this bobblehead doll.
Yeah.
And then they're like, they clean it up. You go back to the room, and then you just go home with this kid.
Yeah, they say, okay, you can leave now. How's that?
So we're leaving the hospital, and Sonny's in the wheelchair, and she's holding Isaac, and the nurse is going with us, and maybe an orderly or somebody, and we're going down, and they release me ahead of time to go get the car.
Okay.
My first job as a dad.
Yeah.
Don't fuck this up.
Yeah. Oh, what am I going to listen to? What song do I want to pick for this? What should baby hear for the first time?
Oh, man.
So
it's some ascension, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, our recording days came later, So I go get the forest green Honda Accord, and I wheel it around to the front, and I get out, and like every man should do, I open the door for my wife.
Yes, you
Good
do.
man.
I help her out of the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I get her settled in. I go and get into the driver's seat, and we put on our seatbelts.
And you leave without the baby.
No, we just turned and looked at this nurse like, are you not going to strap it in? And she's like, he is yours. Like, I'm not even allowed by law to strap your baby. And Sonny and I looked at each other like, we are really not ready for this. Like, are they not coming home with us? Like, you know.
Such a similar experience. Chris, we're walking out. There's no orderlies. There's nobody. We're walking out going, Kristen was like, shouldn't somebody be stopping us and checking and making sure this is ours? I'm like,
Right.
we look scared enough. They're like, that's definitely
They're stealing that baby.
They were like, did you install the car seat right? And I was like, yes. And they were like, all right. I was like, no, you need to check.
You need to look.
You need to like.
That is the funniest story, though, of car seats and leaving ever. You're in. You're locked in.
Yeah.
Your child is not even in the car.
No.
And you're just like, you'll do that, won't you? Because we're not ready for this. I brought the car. That's my job.
Yeah. I'm supposed to drive safe on the way home. That's my job. You listen to these
Did you
sweet.
drive the slowest you've ever driven
Yeah,
in your life?
yeah, absolutely. And as soon as we got home, I said, this Honda Accord's not big enough. Like,
right.
we need a tank, something big. We need to change this
A
thing
Chevy
out as
Suburban
quick as we
or
can.
Something that just goes, it can get hit, and we're not going to feel it, and it'll only do damage to others.
Yeah.
This is
I
how
thought
we
I had
stormed the
road rage
castle.
before I had a kid, but now that I have a
jeez.
kid and people are like driving like batshit crazy, I mean, it's a weird thing because I have to like challenge myself to stay calm because I don't want to like lose it in front of Stella. But at the same time, I'm so murderous now that I have a child.
That's your new way of storming the castle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, I just carry a torch in my car and go, I will get you. I will burn you down.
Your time is coming.
So you take this kid home, you take Isaac home, and what was the first couple of weeks like? I mean, did you have paternity leave? Were you able to like stay at home with the kid for a while?
No. I think
Band practice.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm a bass player.
This bass ain't gonna play itself, son. What are you talking about? I got work to do.
That was my bad.
Lucas.
No, really, there were poles that needed to be climbed. So I think maternity leave for me at the time was the day of the birth and the day you come home and the day of the first pediatrician's appointment.
Wow, that's good.
And
I had 2 days.
Yeah. So 2 days, and then whenever that first appointment was, a week or two in, something like that.
Yeah. I was allowed to go to. Well, I was actually the boss at that. I was the director of education at a day treatment program, and I was just like, I have to leave now. Make sure nobody loses their gourd, right?
Good for you.
But
that was awesome.
Oh boy.
So what was that like having to go back to work? Like, what was the feeling like? What was going through your mind as you just had this kid, and now you're back at work, and now you're just like doing the same job, and like, was there any thought of like,
what's your concentration level?
yeah,
It seemed like an injustice.
Yeah.
On some level, it was like it. It shouldn't be that man leaves his home immediately after the birth of his child. Like and leaves it to fend for the wolves.
Yeah.
It seemed like an injustice, but as a man, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You take the injustices of the world.
24 years ago, right?
Yeah, you take the injustices of the world and you do the best that you can to right what you can right in your little corner of it. And so I went to work and did exactly what I needed to do to provide for my family, and very quickly that feeling was, okay, now I got to do I got to work all the shifts I can get.
Yeah.
I need to work all the overtime that I can. We need to,
because I want to give this kid everything that I can possibly give this kid.
Yeah. And mama needs a new pair of shoes too. Like we got to do it all.
Yeah.
And then how long later was Zyler was born?
So Isaac was born on my dad's birthday, which is in August of 2001.
How'd your dad feel about that?
Oh, he still talks about it to this day. Yeah, I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
That was 2001. Zyler was born on my birthday.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. On my birthday in 2005. So they are 4 years apart, but they were 5 grades apart, so they weren't in high school together at the same time.
Okay.
Wow. And on the so what is that? Okay. So we've had other people talk about a child that was born close to Father's Day, and that child's like, man, you take some of my thunder away. What is Zyler for going like, hey, dude, Dad, you having a kegger? When do I get one?
Well, both of our birthdays are 11/24 and 11/24 on both of our birthdays fell on Thanksgiving, so we share it with a turkey. We don't get we don't get anything. We share it with a turkey.
Do you guys also do an ambrosia? sorry.
I don't even know what an ambrosia is.
You're lucky.
Is that a northern thing?
Yeah, it is bad. I just don't. So I'm not even.
Jello?
Yes, God. Well, it's fruit. It's got and it's got marshmallows. It's always green. There's lettuce or spinach in it.
Why?
Because it's ambrosia and the word is good.
I don't like
All right.
that
So, anyways, it sounds like you guys do it way better.
Well, we fry our turkeys in oil.
Okay,
We
now
submerge them completely
Yes, can
until
I
all
jump
the
in on
evil
this?
is gone.
I have a fryer as well because I saw it once and I went, we're never doing it a different way. And fried turkey, folks, just get the fryer. Make sure it's completely defrosted. If it's frozen, it will blow up on you.
That is a good safety tip for sure.
Yeah, just wanted to. I just need to put that caveat. We love our listeners.
And don't cook it on your back deck.
No.
Your back wooden deck.
Yeah.
Don't
Jesus.
submerge a
Jeez
frozen
Louise.
turkey.
So what was holding, we talk a lot about like how the love just expands with the second kid.
Did it?
You
Was
have
it-
two boys. What was that like meeting? What was it like meeting your second kid for
On your birthday when you're like,
On
I'm
your
supposed to
birthday.
go out and fucking play in my band, man. And
No, the band days were long gone.
Yeah,
yeah.
those were
The
long
man
gone.
from that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
Long
funny.
story.
Yeah. You know how we found out we weren't in the band anymore?
Oh,
I don't wanna go
no.
Do you know this story?
No, I
You don't know
don't.
this story. You know how we found out we weren't in the band anymore?
Talk to me.
We had band practice and they showed us the new posters.
Oh no.
And we weren't on the poster, and there were two,
wasn't even in it.
and there were two other guys that weren't even in the band, or well, they were in the band now.
All right.
Not that there's any bitterness, Luke.
No
I-
bitterness there at all. We can tell
Being
that for sure.
being a drummer, I thought I could fit in, but Truman let me know. He goes, "No, you're not."
No, he's the drummer.
Just,
So what was it like meeting Zyler for the first time?
So my wife is a planner, so we found out what both of our children were ahead of time. And Isaac was perfect in every way. When he was
Yeah.
born, he's our little boy, and so we had that white picket thought of like a little girl, and then we're done. We're a family of four. We're a perfect square unit, and we're finished.
Yeah.
And so when we went to have the sonogram done to find out the gender, we found out that we were having another son, and we were both like that feeling that we felt when we found out we were pregnant the first time came back in the form of what am I going to do here, because like a little girl was going to be easy because she's different. One boy, one girl, easy to differentiate. I love you both the same, but it's different. And then, like I'm sure you've probably had a lot of dads say that have had more than one kid. The kid comes out and your heart doubles immediately.
Yeah.
You realize there was, you had fear for no reason.
Yeah.
And so holding him was absolutely just as exhilarating as it should have been.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the story that we tell ourselves a lot of time doesn't line up with the reality that we experience.
Right.
Totally.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just great feedback for dads getting ready for their second kid, right? What other things you have thoughts? I mean, you've got a great background, and what is it that you feel like, man, if I could impart this thought to another family, right? It can be male or female. It doesn't make a difference if it's in that sense. It just, what would be a piece of advice that you're just like, or a thought that just goes, hey, think about this, thinking of your children and or raising your child.
Yeah.
I think that early on, maybe even before my firstborn was born, maybe somebody had given me a book. I don't remember, maybe a book about bringing up sons. And I just remember reading some things out of that book that kind of registered. one of the things was always date your spouse, so that you don't find yourself living with a stranger.
Yeah.
Because your empty nest days are coming faster than you think, and that's kind of where we're at now.
Yeah.
Is in that empty nest phase. And so that one always really stuck out to me.
Yeah.
The other one that really stuck out to me was there's been several studies done, and they found that children from the time that they're able to, they're born, they look up at you, they make eye contact, they'll smile at your face, but from the time that they're able to begin to interact with you, whether that's grabbing your pant leg or trying to hand you a toy or in some way, from that moment till about 4.5 years old, they are a little miniature recording machine. And everything they see and everything that they hear and the way that makes them feel emotionally is downloaded. And that becomes a pattern that will haunt or bless that child for the rest of their existence. With issues, they don't even know why they have those issues. With thoughts, they don't even know why they have those thoughts. And when I read that, we both took very serious the atmosphere that was created in our home. We took very seriously the people that came into our home.
That's a great point that you make. Like Lauren, my wife, always tells me, that we are a product of the 5 people that we spend the most time with.
Nice.
And that makes me, when you said that, it is so important that the people that you surround yourself with, the company that you keep, your children are also a product of that as well.
100%.
So protecting and curating that environment is of the utmost importance.
Right. But it's so well stated. I that was really, I love that. Yeah. If you ever find out or think about the book or whatever you read,
we'd love to share
that
it
would
with
be
other people.
really cool.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Bringing Up Boys.
Bringing Up Boys.
And maybe that's a James
And you
Dobson
actually
original.
said
I
that.
don't know, but I think it was Bringing
If
Up
you do
Boys.
find
Bring Up Boys.
if you go back and talk to Sonny and you guys confer and talk about what exactly that is, let us know so we can share that with other guys, because I think it's super helpful to share those resources.
And we can look it
with
up
them.
too. We were looking at, hey guys, check out our website, because we are putting up resources for people. And some of the resources are not necessarily comfortable, but they're real. And they're necessary for you to pay attention to. And
Absolutely.
so
tell us what has life been like since then? So now you guys are empty nesters. You guys are on kind of the other side. You have brought your kids through this journey. What has life been like since then? And what is some wisdom that you can offer to other people that are kind of just starting and maybe going through this journey themselves?
Obviously, there's a bittersweet aspect to it, to watching your baby go out into the world, and then looking at this person and being like, it's literally just us until they come again, which will be, with holidays is going to get less and less frequent.
This isn't that
Dating
interesting?
your spouse is so important, because
Absolutely.
those years,
Just a
Absolutely.
great term. Just a great term.
Because I always, even now, Stella is 17 months old, and I say, I don't think that she understands it yet, but I always tell her, your mother comes first, because when you're gone, it's going to be her and I still,
Right.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are partners. You're friends.
Right.
You're what you have for the rest of your lives. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a fun season. There's there again the fear and the trepidation of just everyday life, like, because now it's like, we're gonna have enough money to retire? So that like, am I gonna be able to help my grandkid get his first car? Like, because I want to, because as a man, I would like to leave behind generational wealth, generational legacy. Why would a man not want to do that? I don't understand a man that doesn't want to do that. I don't understand a man that wants to spend it all on himself. But at the same time, I don't want to chase something from now on that in the end is never going to bring me what I really wanted, and that is fulfillment. And I came out of a systemic religious background that taught me to fear God, because He was fearful and He's coming to get you with a stick, and coming out of that into a belief of just absolute love, that He is just absolutely capable of complete fixing every injustice in the end. You know,
The truth of unconditional love.
Right.
There are no
Right.
conditions to that
Right.
love.
Right. And so having that as something that I don't really know where I was going with that, but
That's fine.
you know,
It's fine. It's all relevant here.
right,
For sure.
right,
Well, and it sounds like, I mean, as you said, it's not he's coming at you with a stick,
Right,
Or
right.
God
Yeah,
isn't,
yeah.
But going, you know what? Actually, coming at it with love, and sometimes love is challenging, right? I assume
Right.
is also a portion of it, but I don't have to be fearful.
Mm-hmm.
I can go, you know what? I'm more open now, thanks to knowing that,
Right,
and
right.
I feel better. I think my family feels better, and I
Yeah.
like the direction I'm
Right.
heading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I just
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's terrific.
Jeremy, we have covered so much great ground here. It is so refreshing, not only just to like catch up with
Yeah.
you, and I hope that we continue these conversations, and I want to stay connected with you as well, because I value you so much as a human being. But I think this story was so valuable for other men to be able to hear. Thank you for sharing that. But as we try to always end everyone, do you have
Maybe a dad
that
joke.
we can like clear the palate with?
So, full disclosure, I had to Google, some dad jokes.
That's
So at first,
You know what?
well,
I think that's
at
fair.
first I was told that we were going to tell a joke, and I was like, "Oh, that is so perfect," because I know one. And then,
no one.
and then,
As you are a dad, any joke
Yeah.
you tell is a dad joke.
yeah, yeah. And then I was told like, "You can't tell it. You can't tell that one." So,
I told you couldn't tell that.
your brother.
Okay.
So.
What does he know? He's a drummer. We're never trusted with anything.
So after Googling, I found one that made a lot of sense to me, because we had spaghetti last night.
Okay.
8,500 feet here in the beautiful state of Colorado, cooking spaghetti out in the cabin. And it reminded me of this time I Googled a dad joke, and it was, what do you call fake spaghetti?
Oh no.
I literally have no idea.
Impasta.
Okay.
It's an impasta.
And on that, we will say so much thank you, and impasta.
That one I actually got though.
Oh, yeah, you know what, Lucas? We're fired up, baby. This is good.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy!
Enjoyed
this
it, guys.
is
Thank you so
a
much.
treat. Yeah.
You only get one spin around this rock. You only have so many days until it stops. And how you show up for your kids, well, that's your superpower. You might not know it now, but this is your Pappy Hour. Pappy Hour, Pappy Hour.